In Adventure Bay, a transporter named Gus crashes and looms over the towns. Captain Turbot goes over the scene and calls Ryder, who sends the Paw Patrol puppies right into it. Pursue, the police little guy, saves the transporter. In the meantime, in neighboring Adventure City, the Paw Patrol's chief rival, Mayor Humdinger, had as of late been chosen chairman, in spite of the fact that it was subsequently uncovered he was the main competitor on the voting form. Knowing about Humdinger's notorious bad behaviors in Foggy Bottom, a dachshund named Liberty calls the group. Pursue says he won't go because of him having a history in the city when he was youthful, yet Ryder persuades him to return, while Chase hesitantly gives him his trust. The group shows up and gets subsided into their new base camp. In the interim, Humdinger utilizes a gadget called a cloud catcher to clear up the climate so he can do his firecracker show. The show goes haywire and the group is cautioned. They rush straight into trouble, however Liberty shows up and guides them to the city hall. They figure out how to deal with the present circumstance, however Chase neglects to save certain individuals, who are then safeguarded by Marshall all things considered. An enraged Humdinger advises his colleagues Butch and Reuben to dispose of the Paw Patrol no holds barred. The following day, Humdinger assembles an expansion to the Meteor line with a few reversals comparable. It breaks and traps the travelers topsy-turvy. The little guys salvage them, however Chase freezes when his dread outwits him, and is compelled to be safeguarded by Sky. Ryder recommends Chase ought to have some time off from his obligations, yet this extraordinarily disturbs him and makes him pursue away, blaming Ryder for separating his trust and giving on him when things get troublesome, yet he before long gets caught by Humdinger's cohorts, and is taken to a turned. The group finds that various canines have disappeared, and Ryder joins them to Humdinger. Freedom gets caught deliberately and is taken to the canine prison where she meets self-important Valley young lady Poodle Dolores and salvages Chase and different canines who then pursue Reuben and Butch. Ryder takes Chase to where he found him and explains to him why he picked him was on the grounds that he was the most intrepid canine that he met. Pursue's collar is gotten back to him, and he proclaims that he will continue his obligations. In the interim, the cloud catcher has gone basic, and the maker, Kendra Wilson, goes up against Humdinger. He annihilates the remote and uncovers his structure called Humdinger Heights. The machine releases 7 days worth of terrible climate. Kendra calls the group and Liberty is given her own vehicle and uniform, briefly joining the group. The group drives to Humdinger Heights and compelling them to make do. Pursue figured out how to save the regular citizens. Marshall, Rebel, and Rocky attempted to keep the regular people inside the structure. Zuma and Liberty goes to the trenches to save a family, and Sky flies to the air to stop the cloud catcher. Ryder takes the lift to the top office and saves Humdinger by constraining him on a lift and dropping him quicker to the ground floor. He turns to rappelling down the deep opening. Yet the tempest obliterates the pinnacle, and he is caught in the structure when it tumbles down. Pursue drives up to save him and sees Ryder's light from the opposite side of the structure. Going to rush to the opposite side, his little guy pack breakdowns, and he yapped for it to be eliminated. Feeling like he can be courageous while recalling Ryder's words, Chase goes out on a limb and get to the opposite side. Chase sees Ryder stuck under the trash and works with him to get him free. From that point forward, they share a second and later leave the structure, while Sky obliterates the cloud catcher in a style assault, shooting from her plane before it crashes and flying down to the city. After this the skies are clear once more and radiant. Ryder and Chase escape the structure and the puppies are feeling better to see them safe. Ryder is pleased with his group, and the residents arose out of the structure praising for an unparalleled piece of handiwork, yet Mayor Humdinger attempted to get away. Pursue puts him apprehended for the difficulty he has caused to the city, gross carelessness, public danger, and dog napping. Doozy said that the puppies won't ever capture him since he is the city hall leader. He attempts to take off as quick as could really be expected, yet Sky utilizes her small-scale robot to stop him. City Hall leader Humdinger resents the Paw Patrol, having embarrassed him multiple times in a single day. The group is given the way to Adventure City in a significant service. Freedom turns into an authority part, at long last satisfying her goals of doing as such, and is given her own collar and little guy tag. Ryder starts to deliver a discourse, yet he is intruded on by a call from Harris, one of the canines from the canine prison, saying there is inconvenience at the waterfront, driving the group to head to the salvage. In the credits, Mayor Humdinger and the catastrophe crew are displayed to have been secured and kept for their wrongdoings.